Hi, it's Pastor Sarah, and today we are on day 7 of our Advent countdown. And so today, Minnie's back, and she got a new headband. It's making pretty roses, so I put her rose dress back on her. One day, I hope we get a top for all those skirts she had. So this is Minnie's outfit today. You know, I've never really been a fan of red and teal, but I'm kind of getting there. Kind of like it on her. She sports it nice. I think it's the black that helps to make that look awesome. And she's feeling really good today because we got snow on the ground. So let's look at our story. We need day 7. And our story today. Aw, Winnie the Pooh, the sweetest Christmas. One snowy Christmas Eve, Winnie the Pooh looked up and down, in and out, and all around his house. He had a tree set up in his living room. Do you have a Christmas tree at home? We do too. It was decorated with some candles in honey pots. Pooh looked at the tree and tapped his head. Something seems to be missing, he said. He walked over to the window and peered outside. Then he walked back to the tree and thought some more. So here's little Pooh, and look at his tree. So back before electricity, people actually used to put actual candles on their tree, which is a little dangerous nowadays. We don't do that. You could light the tree on fire if it's dried out. But fortunately, this is a story, and so hopefully Pooh's tree will be okay. We have to be very careful with candles. Suddenly, a knocking sound startled Pooh. Rat-a-tat-tat. He turned toward his front door. Maybe whatever it is I can't remember I'm missing is outside my door, Pooh said. When Pooh opened the door, he found a small snowman on his front step. Hello, Pooh Bear, the snowman said as he shivered. Pooh thought the voice sounded very familiar. He invited the snowman inside. Look at the snowman. Do you know who that is? If you know Winnie the Pooh, you might figure out who is at the door. After standing beside the fire for a few minutes, the snowman began to melt. The more he melted, the more he started to look like Piglet. Oh my, said Pooh. He was happy to see his friend instead of a snowman. Oh my, said Piglet. Now that the snow had melted off of him, he could see Pooh's glowing Christmas tree. Are you going to hang popcorn on your tree? Piglet asked. There was popcorn, Pooh admitted, but I ate it, and now I only have string. Pooh thought for a second, wondering if he was supposed to get more popcorn, but that wasn't it either. The snow melt. Oh, there's a puddle, and there's little Piglet, and he's still standing in a puddle, looking at the tree. Pooh ate the popcorn. I would eat the popcorn too. Then we can use the string to wrap the presents you're giving, Piglet said. Something began to tickle at Pooh's brain. It was the something missing that he hadn't been able to remember. I forgot to get presents, Pooh exclaimed. Don't worry, Pooh, Piglet said. I'm sure you'll think of something. Soon it was time for Piglet to go home and wrap his own presents. He said goodbye to his friend and went back out into the cold and snowy night. There's Pooh's at his door, and Piglet's going home. Pooh stood beside his tree and tapped his head while he thought. Where could he find presents for his friends? It was already Christmas Eve. Was it too late? He thought some more. He sat down in his cozy chair. Then he got up and had a small smackerel of honey. He peered out of the window and watched the snow fall. Then he had an idea. He still didn't know what to do about the presents he'd forgotten, but he knew where to find help. Hello, Pooh called as he knocked on Christopher Robin's door. Christopher Robin opened the door and smiled when he saw the visitor. Come in, Pooh Bear, he said. Merry Christmas. Why do you look so sad on the most wonderful night of the year? Pooh was just about to explain about the forgotten presents when something caught his eye. He pointed at the stockings over the fireplace. What are those for? He asked. See, here's Christopher Robin, and see these stockings hung up here? Those are stockings to hold Christmas presents, exclaimed Christopher Robin. But Christopher Robin, Pooh said, What if someone forgot to find presents for his friends? And what if that same someone doesn't have stockings to hang because he doesn't wear any? Pooh looked down at his bare feet and then back up at Christopher Robin. Silly old bear, Christopher Robin said. There's Pooh, realizing he doesn't wear socks. He took Pooh up to his room. They dug through drawers until Pooh found 7 stockings. So stockings were originally tall socks. That's what they were. Now we have specialty stockings that we hang up at our house for Christmas. Thank you, Christopher Robin, Pooh said. He smiled. He picked up a stocking for each of his friends and one for himself to hang over his fireplace. He hurried off to deliver the stockings to his friends. As he walked through the 100-acre wood, he thought about the presents he still needed for the stockings. I will get the presents later, Pooh said to himself. The stockings come first. Pooh stopped at each of his friends' houses. Everyone was asleep. He quietly hung the stockings where his friends would find them. Each one had a tag that read, "From Pooh." Aw, look, they're going through the sock drawer. When Pooh got back to his house, he climbed into his cozy chair in front of the roaring fire. Now I must think about presents for my friends, he said. Pooh was tired from finding the stockings and delivering them to his friends' houses. Before he knew it, his thinking turned to dreaming. He was fast asleep. The next morning, Pooh woke up to a loud thumping noise. Thump-a-bump-bump. I wonder who that could be, he said. He climbed out of his chair and opened the door. Merry Christmas, Pooh, his friends cried. There he is. He fell asleep in his chair. And then the next day, when he opened the door, there are all his friends. There on Pooh's doorstep stood Tigger, Rabbit, Piglet, Owl, Eeyore, and Gopher. They were each carrying their stocking from Pooh. Then he remembered what had happened the night before. He had fallen asleep before giving presents to his friends. Oh, bother, he said. Then he realized that his friends were all talking at once. They were thanking him for their gifts. No more cold ears in the morning with my new cap, Piglet said. My stripy sleeping bag is Tiggerific, exclaimed Tigger. So this is my new carrot cover, Rabbit said. This rock-collecting bag will sure make work go faster, Gopher said. Eeyore swished his tail to show Pooh his new tail warmer. No one's ever given me such a useful gift before, he said. Owl told Pooh that his new windsock would help him with the day's weather report. They all have their stockings, and they're all very happy. Pooh looked at his friends. They were very happy with their stockings, even though there weren't any presents in them. Something very nice is going on, Pooh said. It is very nice, Pooh Bear, Piglet said. It's called Christmas, Buddy Bear, Tigger said. He patted Pooh on the back. Then Pooh watched in surprise as each of his friends placed a honey pot in his own stocking. I don't know what to say, Pooh told his friends. He was thrilled by their gifts. Honey was his favorite treat. There they are. Look, they're all putting honey pots in his little stocking. Christmas is a wonderful time of year, Rabbit said, especially when you have good friends to share it with. Yep, Tigger agreed, but I know how we can make this day even sweeter. He looked at the honey pot in Pooh's hands. An idea tickled the back of Pooh's brain. Let's all have lunch together, Pooh said. He passed out the honey pots his friends had just bought him. Christmas, what a sweet day indeed. Aw, there's Pooh. She's going to share. So what does this story tell us? It tells us that the best part of Christmas is sharing with our friends and helping to spread our blessings around. And so everyone had given Pooh honey, and Pooh wanted to share that with everyone. So that's really the best kind of gift, right? It's a gift that creates an experience where we can have fun and enjoy with one another. So that's why a lot of people give food gifts at Christmas, because then you can share them with your family or your friends, and they make wonderful gifts for other people too. So food and fellowship, as we call it in the church, is a huge part of sharing love and kindness. And that's what Pooh and his friends figured out. The other thing I really like about this story is that Pooh thought that he needed to go above and beyond. I need to get my friends stockings, and then I need to fill their stockings. But really, he gave them a gift that they could use each in their own way. It's a wonderful gift. I have a friend who is a basket maker, and she gives out baskets, and everybody uses them for different things. Some people put knitting supplies in there, and some people have cats that like to sleep in their baskets. And I like baskets all around my house with blankets in them, so that if you get cold, you can grab a blanket in almost every room. Of course, this room doesn't have a basket. I have a little hanger up here for my throw blanket. But it's wonderful. Baskets are wonderful things. So the stockings became new containers or vessels that people could use in their own way. And it helps us to realize that, you know, sometimes we can do good even when we don't think that we have done our very best. Isn't that interesting? Pooh thought that he wasn't finished, and yet all of his friends loved what they got. And it's so nice that Christopher Robin was able to help Pooh bless his friends on Christmas. So that's our story for today. I like Pooh Bear. Big fan of him. So this is a good story. Can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. Have a great day. And if you're around Crozet and it's snowing, enjoy the beautiful snow. Bye, guys.